All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about a massive shift that's happening right now in 2026, and it's all powered by AI. And look, this isn't just about cool new tech. It's completely remaking how we think about our money and our work. Okay, so let's just jump right in with one number, a really big one that kind of sets the stage for everything we're about to discuss: 89%. So what does that mean? It means 89% of all global stock trading is now being driven by AI algorithms. This isn't some far-off futuristic idea anymore. AI is Wall Street, right now. We're talking about the overwhelming majority of trades being made by machines, making decisions faster than any human could even blink. It's not science fiction, folks. This is the reality of today's market. So that leads us to the big question, right? How is this new reality changing your money and your work? That's what we're going to break down in this explainer. We'll look at it from two sides: how you manage the money you have, and, maybe even more excitingly, how you can create more of it. All right, first up, your new financial co-pilot. AI is totally rewriting the rules on Wall Street. We're going to see how AI is completely shaking up the world of investing, especially for everyday folks like you and me. I mean, the kind of tools that used to be locked away in elite hedge funds, they're now popping up everywhere. And this quote from Jasper Mariner at How Stuff Works just nails it. If you aren't using AI to vet your portfolio, you're bringing a knife to a laser grid fight. I mean, wow. It perfectly shows the massive disadvantage regular investors are at now. The game has totally changed. It's all about data, speed, and taking emotion out of the equation. And that's exactly where these algorithms just dominate. So, let's be clear about what we mean by AI trading. It's using these adaptive, self-learning algorithms to chew through market data, find opportunities, and automatically make trades. The key difference here, and this is super important, is that these new AI systems learn. They're not just following a simple set of rules you give them. Nope. They actually refine their own strategies with every single trade they make, adapting on the fly. That's the real superpower here. So how does it actually work? Well, it's basically a 4-step workflow that happens at a mind-boggling speed. First, it just sucks in a tidal wave of data. We're talking prices, news, social media chatter, everything. Then, using neural networks, it finds patterns that no human would ever spot. After that, it stress tests its ideas by running millions of simulations against past data. And finally, if it all checks out, it executes the trade in milliseconds. Blink of an eye. It's incredible. And what's cool is that this isn't a one-size-fits-all thing. There are now specialized AI tools for pretty much any kind of investor. You a long-term buy and hold type? Well, platforms like Kahoot have a chi-score to rank stocks for you. Or maybe you're an active day trader. Then you've got tools like Trade Ideas, which has an AI named Holly that literally finds promising trades for you before the opening bell. So yeah, no matter your style, there's probably an AI co-pilot for you. And get this, you don't even have to be a coding genius to build your own trading bots anymore. For the no-code crowd, there's stuff like Composer, where you can literally drag and drop to build your own automated strategies. But if you are a developer, platforms like TradeStation give you all the tools and programming languages you need to build super high-performance custom algorithms. The doors have really been thrown wide open. Okay, so that's how AI is changing the way we manage our money. But what about creating wealth in the first place? Let's switch gears and talk about the new weekend founder and how AI is building the new Main Street. Honestly, this might be the most exciting part of this whole revolution. We're talking about something called Micro-SaaS. And what is that? It's basically a small, super focused software product that solves one specific problem for a very niche audience. You know, these aren't giant startups trying to be the next Facebook. They're lean, mean little businesses designed to be profitable right out of the gate by fixing one very specific headache for a specific group of people. And the market for these little tools, it's not just growing, it's absolutely exploding. We're looking at a jump from about $15.7 billion in 2024 to a projected $59.6 billion by 2030. That's a nearly 30% growth rate, year after year. And it's all because people are desperate for tools that can automate the boring, repetitive parts of their jobs. So what kind of ideas are we talking about here? Think about tools for creators. The whole idea is just to automate the stuff they hate doing, like an AI that automatically generates show notes for your podcast, or a tool that can take one blog post and repurpose it into 10 social media updates. For a creator, that's a massive time saver. It's the perfect kind of specific problem a small app can solve. And it's the same for freelancers and small businesses, a client portal just for freelancers. AI-powered bookkeeping. Or check this one out, an AI that writes real estate property descriptions. I mean, think about it. That could save a real estate agent hours and hours of tedious work every single week. That's real, tangible value you can sell. So what's the big enabler here? It's these new AI application builders. They let people who aren't techies turn their ideas into actual working apps just by describing what they want in plain English. Seriously, the barrier to entry for starting a software company has pretty much collapsed. You don't need a huge team of expensive engineers anymore. All you need is a good idea. Okay, but it's not all sunshine and roses. We have to talk about navigating the new reality and the risks lurking in the machine. Because with all this new power comes some pretty significant dangers that you absolutely need to be aware of. Even the regulators are sounding the alarm. The U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission put it bluntly. AI won't turn trading bots into money machines. You've got to separate the amazing technology from all the hype. This is not a magic money printer. And frankly, anyone who tells you it is, you should be extremely skeptical of them.
So here's a quick checklist of red flags to watch out for with these AI trading scams. Anyone promising guaranteed returns? Big red flag. There's no such thing. An anonymous team behind the product? Sketchy. But here's the biggest one. If they ask you to deposit funds directly with them instead of just connecting to your own broker, run. Just run the other way.
The difference between a real tool and a scam is actually pretty clear when you look at it this way. A regulated, legitimate AI tool connects to your brokerage account. You keep control. A scam asks for custody of your funds. A real tool acts as a research co-pilot. A scam markets a magic money machine. It's all about control and transparency versus blind trust and fantasy. And let's talk about another number. 90%. That's the estimated long-term failure rate for a lot of these consumer-grade trading bots. Why? Well, a big reason is something called model drift. Basically, a bot that was trained to work great in a bull market can completely fall apart the second the market turns south. It just doesn't know how to adapt. So after all that, where do we land? Well, the expert consensus seems to be pointing toward a hybrid future. It's all about your new AI copilot. This isn't about machines replacing humans. It's about making humans better. And that's really the key takeaway here. The most successful people in 2026 will be the ones who pair AI's incredible speed and pattern recognition with good old-fashioned human judgment. Think of it this way. AI is an amazing co-pilot, but you don't want to put it on complete autopilot. It can crunch the data, but it can't understand the bigger picture, the global context, your personal goals, your ethics. That's where you, the human, are still absolutely essential. And this chart really drives that point home. It shows this huge gap between adoption and actual impact. Look, 78% of organizations say they're using AI. That's a ton, but only 39% say it's actually having a significant impact on their bottom line. So what does that tell you? It tells you that just having AI isn't the magic bullet. Success comes from knowing how to integrate it smartly with human strategy and oversight. So this all leads to one final question for you. AI is your new co-pilot. Are you ready to take the controls? This whole shift means we all have to develop new skills. It's not about being afraid of the technology. It's about learning how to pilot it, how to use it as the incredibly powerful tool that it is. Because in the end, the future really does belong to those who figure out how to work with the machine.